Coming from the dining room of Tony's house, it's Chris and Tony back for another Tiger Sox review to do a
Howdy.
Hoosier beer.
Who's your beer?
We're going to avoid talking about baseball because Tony's Tigers are actually
They're getting their ass handed to them.
yeah.
4-0 last time.
But if I'm going to be fair, my hometown team, is getting their ass handed to them even more than yours. So if that kind of makes you feel a little better.
Well, I saw the
The
Twins beat them
Royals
yesterday.
are,
I'm like,
yeah, Royals have been pretty much,
Royals are having bad
yeah, yeah, they are.
here, not like bad.
So that's
Anyway,
why we're going to
howdy,
go straight
everybody.
into the beer.
New background.
New
We
background.
love messing with you people.
We enjoy having air conditioning. It's July in Vegas, folks.
Yeah,
And
it's
so,
hotter than the Jesus outside. And who doesn't need bells when you're drinking a beer? You know? Bells and beer, beer and bells.
but we do have another beer from my man, Mr. Gone V6,
Chris.
in Indiana. This is from Evansville. This is the Weld Pear Sour Ale. And I'm a big fan of sours. Tony, not so much. So
It's true.
when we go to pour, Tony's going to probably pour himself a little sample. And
I'm
all
gonna
right,
I'm gonna go halves.
cool enough. Right on.
I'm a trooper.
And as you can see, this is a canned beer. Now, this is from Tin Man Brewing out of Evansville. Tin Man does own the site Cans Are Better and is responsible for the hashtag Cans Are Better. Uh, they've got I wouldn't call this a seamless seam, but, hats off to them for using a good seamer. Um,
Pretty cool can.
I think in the future, I have said this before, but I really do think that with the more brewers getting into canning, you're going to see seamers that are going to be even better and better. That the market is going to demand an
Yeah.
improvement. And this isn't really bad. It's just you can feel the
It's real
plastic
subtle, yeah.
ribbing,
It's just,
as you.
barely there.
So
For those of you who study your cans enough to really care or want to care.
yeah. But that's the thing is it can be done because this can was mailed to me to Las Vegas from Indiana, and it made the trip. So obviously, as kind of maybe rough around the edges as this can might
Like
be,
we are.
it's still as like we are. And I mean, this is the Blue Collar Beer Gourmet.
Rough around the
We are
edges.
rough around the edges, but you can see that this is holding up just fine. So anyway, enough about cans.
No
Getting back
ABV
to the
on this
beer,
bad
there
boy.
is no ABV.
We already
There's no
checked
brewed
for
on
you.
date.
Exactly.
But if you want to hear the story, it says through the kettle sourcing process, we have masterminded the union of characteristic seasonal fruits with a distinctive tart flavor. Warmer temperatures command the return of flora, drawing forth flowers and fruits and providing pear juice to cap off Weld Spring Sour Ale. Sunny spring flavors join with the crisp sour notes, step into the sun and become one of us. And the last beer that we had from them was the Tsar Russian
Good beer.
Imperial Stout, and we
Real good
really did dig it. And so I have high hopes for this. I really do.
You've been actually anxious to do this one for a couple weeks.
I have. I like pear a
It's been
lot.
sitting in my fridge for about a month because of the way we structure these beers.
Yeah.
We set them out to where there's like an assembly line. I mean, we've got the next probably 3 or 4 already figured out, like
Yeah.
what they're going to be and what we're going to do. Yeah. You want me to pour? I'm
Please,
assuming.
please.
All
Go with
right.
your strengths. And if your strength is a friend who can pour, have your friend pour.
And I'm like Chris said, I'm not really big on sours. Here lately, I've actually had more than I normally would because of the fact we go to Tenaya Creek Brewery here in Vegas.
Under the Spaghetti Bowl, if you ever make it to Vegas
Awesome
and you
place.
find yourself at the Spaghetti Bowl, all you got to do is look down and there's Tenaya. So
Awesome
just
place.
get off on an exit somewhere there and you'll get there, especially with
Look how
GPS
easy
nowadays. That was very nice.
That wasn't even planned. Look at that,
Wow.
folks. Wow.
Ta-za!
Ta-da.
These are, in fact, the Tazza unbreakable wine glasses, or shatterproof wine glasses.
Shatterproof.
Should not say unbreakable.
I've tried
Shatterproof.
many times to break them, just out of frustration. But yeah, Tin Man Brewing, they always have kind of cool cans. I like their art.
Let's see, we got medium carbonation in that one. Yeah, they do always have pretty cool art on there.
Some trippy designs in the background. Real kind of hard. Probably won't be able to see them with the lighting here, but yeah, definitely getting the from here. I'm a good 2 feet away from my glass. Sourness has just filled the room.
And
Are you picking that up?
I smell
I'm
bread dough.
Whoa.
Put your nose right into it and see if you get
Yeah, like that yeasty,
yeasty
almost like a
and-
sourdough bread.
in between the yeast and the malt.
Yeah.
I'm getting like a sourdough bread kind of smell.
Yeah. Sour. Oh my God, sour. Just real sour, folks. I mean, this would be interesting if you drank this with like a sourdough like bowl, like a clam chowder bowl or something. to put sourdough bread, like
Oh
real
yeah,
fresh
along with
baked
it.
sourdough bread with
Take a can of this with you to
sour
San Francisco
beer.
and go get a
Yeah,
sourdough bowl down in Fisherman's Wharf.
real heavy carbonation. Yeah, all sorts of carbonation. This looks like a pineapple soda, like pineapple crush almost.
Yeah, I don't have quite as much because I do have a tendency to swirl, so that does release some of the carbonation
You can
and the
destroy it.
bubbles come up. But
But even as you're doing it now, it's like making it come to life. But you're digging that so, aren't you?
when I lived in New York, Macy's, the basement of Macy's had a little ice cream shop, and they had pear sorbet. God, it was so good. And so I like when people use when you real pear flavor used in foods like ice creams, gums, candies, whatnot. Yeah. So I'm looking forward to this. Cheers.
Cheers, man. Like I said, you'll always get my honest opinion. That's pretty tasty, actually.
I like this beer. Yeah.
That I'll give credit where it's due. I don't like sours 99% of the time. This is actually very refreshing.
I would say
The
if
sourness isn't overwhelming either.
you're a beer drinker who's trying to acquire a taste for ciders, this is the way to go. Honestly,
That's good. Yeah,
this is like this
I
is
almost
more carbonation than a cider normally has,
yeah, very
and
much so.
so it does still taste like beer. But God, this is good beer.
Yeah, this is an impressive sour. I mean, I'll judge them in a different way that Mr. Rouse will, but that being said, I mean, this is a very high quality sour.
And this is not an overly tart
Yeah, I
sour.
just said
Mm,
a second
yeah.
ago, I kind of interrupted you. Sorry, that you just get it like immediately, and then it fades off, and then you feel like you're having a cider.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So the sourness isn't really sticking there. It smells a lot more sour than it tastes, I
Mhm.
would say.
And it's
Very refreshing. Wow.
yeah, it is. I mean, this is a
I want to kind of guzzle this right now, actually, just because it's hotter than hell outside, and this is extremely smooth.
me too.
And
But I gotta keep some on hand for the Instagram picture. But
well, yeah, yes, we don't have a second can sitting around. So, Chris, man, you got a winner here. This one's great.
definitely. If Chris, if you ever get a YouTube channel, we got to start. We got to see the comparisons as I send you stuff. But I did talk to Chris recently. I'm going to show Tony. We actually had correspondence, Chris and I, with Joseph James here in Vegas. Joseph James making a strong suggestion as to what should be in Chris's next box.
That's cool.
So,
That's cool.
but yeah, I gotta say, man, Tin Man makes great beer.
They're 2 for
Send
2.
yeah, send more Tin Man, Chris. You can always send
I really
Tin
want to
Man.
try their IPA now.
Yeah.
Because
Oh yeah.
all of you that have watched our past videos, you know that's my favorite style. Their Russian stout was fantastic. This sour ale is fantastic. I would bet if they had a double IPA or an imperial, I would just guzzle that too, probably.
This is making me want to take a road trip to the Hoosier State and try some of this stuff on tap.
Oh, yeah.
Honestly.
Yeah. If they had this at Tenaya Creek, I think you'd be hard pressed to
I wouldn't
order
even get a flight.
Yeah.
I just get this. Yeah.
Great beer. Like we said, it's sourness, like instantly sour on the tongue, but it like evaporates almost. The sourness doesn't really
Yeah.
stick, and then it feels like you're having a really good
So I'm
cider.
going to say medium high on the mouthfeel because it's not really spiky, but there's that slight spikiness in the beginning that does kind of fade away, like the tartness or
Mhm.
what have you.
This might be kind of a reach. This might be the best sour I've ever had, just because it's not so making you pucker up and get that seizure of your tongue that you kind of, you know what I mean, when your tongue locks up.
Yeah.
There are obviously sour drinkers out there that want that crave that. I'm not one of them, but this to me, like you said, this is a fantastic introductory for someone who try a sour. Oh, I've never had one before.
Mhm.
Great way to start them off.
Great way to start
Yeah.
sours and a great way to work your tongue towards cider. If you've got a girlfriend like mine who doesn't like beer but does like cider, then yeah, this is a or boyfriend. There's some craft
There's
beer
some ladies
gauge
out
and
there.
craft beer ladies. So
Yes, sir. Of course.
if your significant other is into ciders and you're trying to make a
I just like this.
it is a cool shirt.
I
It's
want
a
to show
great
the
shirt
world
for
my shirt. Yeah, you're right. A really, really fantastic sour ale to introduce to people like me. Like, oh, come on, try this one. But I don't like sours. This one you're gonna
Uh-huh.
like.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
fact that Tony likes it speaks volumes, I think.
it really does. I mean, I know most of you don't know me that well, but yeah, fantastic. What would you give it on Untapped as
Um,
far as a
I'm
score?
probably going to give it like a 4.5.
Which for him is the pinnacle, really, as far as the
I,
score
I, I
goes.
really like this beer a lot. I wouldn't mind if Chris sent me a 6 pack of this, to be honest with you.
His birthday's in a week.
It's true.
I
Uh,
would buy you a 6 pack for your birthday. So if
and
it's
we would drink it
available,
together. That's the thing.
yeah,
You know, that would be the beauty of it. Is for once you and I could sit down and drink a 6 pack of sours together.
you think Nancy would
I wonder. She might. She actually might. This is very close to cidery tasting. So
So you people at in Indiana, if you haven't gotten around to trying this one yet from Tin Man, give it a shot, man. This is a very, very, very good beer.
and Vegas folk, if make it
Weld.
to Indiana and you want to bring some of this back and contact me, and I do have other connections from other places. I got family in Washington, so I can possibly get 3 magnets or fishtails available here to us at Total Wine. But the point being, if somebody wants to get me more of this beer, I will try and work something out in the way of a trade.
A trade, or
Yeah.
I'll even help financially reimburse if just to be a nice guy.
Well, thanks, man. Well, I think I've covered this. I think
Yeah, and we've got a very exciting beer in our next review.
we do. It's another Indiana beer. It's another Hoosier beer.
It's a popular name. You all probably know it.
Zombie Dust. That's right. The next review will
Coming
be
soon
Zombie Dust.
in 3D to a review near you.
Or well, anyway. So there's going to be a Zombie Dust review.
Yes.
So
Stay tuned.
stay tuned.
So yeah, awesome beer, guys.
Until then, drink good beer. Don't break the bank doing it.
I love
And one of the
that
ways
slogan.
to do that is exchange beers with people in other places.
Yep.
Enjoy.
See ya.
See ya.